So then, the YellaWood 500, let's talk about it quickly. I'm going to do this one of the take videos because, again, as you can hear, I'm not back to 100% yet. Let's have a bit of a talk about what happened in the race, let's talk about the winner, let's talk about the different stories that came out of it because it has massive playoff implications. Starting off with the winner, Chase Briscoe, deserving winner. That was a great run by the Toyotas towards the end, especially because the Hendrick Chevys just fell apart. I mean, there were some points where it looked like Todd Gilliland, who finished second, was going to win this. He did for a lot of Stage 3. He led a bunch of laps. He led 11 laps in the day. Briscoe ended up leading 16. But what's impressive is when you look at 5th and 6th, you see Cole Custer in 5th, started 12th, no laps led, with the Haas factory team. And then Carson Hocevar in the Spire 77, no laps led, started 32nd. It's impressive the runs that they had. A lot of different drivers ended up leading laps. When you look at the ones that didn't, Christopher Bell in 8th. SVG, again, 11th place for SVG. And that's a guy who ended up spinning coming onto pit road at one point and had to just pull his way out with, what, flat tyres as well, right? Shows how robust the next-gen car is. Shows how much of a driver SVG is and shows the kind of things that he is getting better at. He might just be a regular playoff threat the next couple of years because he's had a couple of top 10s on the ovals now, or top 15s even, and he's just been having good runs. I think in the first half of the season, before we got into playoffs, it was the 600, wasn't it, was his best oval performance, where, of course, his teammate won. But, yeah, especially since he got bumped out the playoffs, he's been performing really well, really consistently, and I'm impressed by that. Keselowski as well, top 10, Zane Smith a top 10, Reddick a top 10, Bubba Wallace at some points looked like he was going to win, but obviously, given, you know, what happened with Toyota in Kansas, not gonna try and push his Toyota compatriots out to take the win for himself. Even though it would have been nice to see him have 2 wins on the year and another win at Dega. Ty Gibbs gets a top 5. I completely skipped over Ty Gibbs. These are good results for the kid. He needs these now because this season has just not worked out at all. There was a spell that it was just like running in second or finishing second or running in the top 5 or finishing in the top 5. That didn't happen for a while. And if he could end the season with this kind of momentum, it might be helpful for 2026. Elsewhere, let's talk about what happened to the Hendrick trio. Chase Elliott got caught in that first wreck, and my gosh, it's good to see everyone get out of that okay. The likes of Allmendinger, who he was lying on the tarmac at one point, right? Haley took a massive hit as well. That was violent. It was such a violent wreck. And it was the big one on the day as well. Chase Elliott got caught in it and ended up out. It's really funny seeing Bowman with the kind of, I'm in danger! Just before the final caution, the one for Busher being turned in front of the field, who, bless, he had a good run. He led 4 laps. Cody Ware led 5. Cody Ware was up at the front at some point. I completely forgot about that. And Berry, of course, led 27, did really well in the first stage. But yeah, Larson, out of gas. Just ends up out of gas right at the last. That overtime really hampered a lot of drivers. I mean, the Penske's looked good, and they were up at the front, both Blaney and Logano. They had been running in lines, and I was thinking, is Logano about to win his way into the championship 4 again? But of course, it's an odd-numbered year, so naturally they end up just getting swallowed up when the Hendricks come through and then drop back, and yeah. Then Byron gets turned by Hocevar going through the tri-oval, and he's down in 25th. I mean, Alan got caught up in a bunch of stuff as well. He was 24th, but he's already won his way in, so he didn't have to worry too much about it. But when you look at the stage points, I mean, Briscoe won stage 2, Gibbs won stage 1, the top playoff driver in stage 1 was Blaney in 4th, and then it was Logano in 6th, and then Bell in 10th. In stage 2, it was more playoff drivers. I mean, 4 of the top 5 were Briscoe, Larson, then it was Hocevar, then it was Byron, then it was Bell, and after Gibbs and Gilliland, it was Blaney. Yeah, it's had massive implications on the playoffs, especially with those non-finishers. Kyle Larson is still 36 above the cut line, despite all of that. Christopher Bell is 37 above. Then on the outside looking in, Byron, 36 out. Logano, 38 out. Blaney, 47 out. Elliott, 62 out. Elliott is actually mathematically must win. Blaney isn't, but may as well be. And to be honest, the same for Logano and Byron at this point. Like, we could genuinely see it that we see these drivers, Bell and Larson, just point their way in. We could even see Hamlin just win at Martinsville. Could see Bell win at Martinsville. Could see Blaney win at Martinsville. Those are the three drivers that I would put my money on if I was having to put my money on any drivers that were in the playoffs to win at Martinsville. It would be, Denny, it would be Seabell, and it would be Blaney. I know the other drivers have got grandfather clocks, but these are drivers who've come in clutch, and also Hamilton might be using it as an extra shakedown for Phoenix. I wouldn't be surprised if the Toyotas decide, you know what, we just need to try and get all three Toyotas into the round before, the championship 4. I would not be surprised. I think I had it in my preseason predictions. Whilst I didn't get my round of 8 correct, I think I ended up actually... is my championship 4 pick still alive? It is. My championship 4 pick is Byron, Bell, Hamlin and Blaney. And right now, that is still alive. That is still possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it is what it is, but right now, with the way that the must-win is looking, I have a feeling that one of Byron or Blaney won't make it. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I have it as my number 9. At least one of the top 3 series will only have 2 makes in the championship 4, and that is possible because going into the round of 8, there were only 3 Toyotas alive and 3 Chevys and 2 Fords. There's every chance that we end up with no Fords. There's actually, I would reckon, as much of a chance though that there's no Chevys, which would be big for Hendrick as an organisation, especially if all 3 Gibbses make it in. Those darn cheating Toyotas. Anyways, thanks for listening, folks. Thanks for watching and joining. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until next time, as always on this channel, it's bye-bye for now.